What is up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of the Vivid Picks Breakdown Show. If you haven't checked out Vivid Picks, you're just making bad life choices. Going over to Vivid Picks, download the app, use the promo code Grinders, and get a 100% deposit bonus up to $200. If you don't know what Vivid Picks is, it's real simple. It's one of those little prop parlay sites. You've seen them before. This one might be the best one out here. Gives you options of NFL, NBA, MLB, Counter-Strike Go, college football, golf, NASCAR, LOL, F1, WNBA, pretty much everything you could possibly want to do player props on. They have it. Go get signed up, and you don't even have to do any research. Just watch these videos every week, throw in these bets, and boom, free money. We're giving you out the winners every single week. How it works is you have to parlay a few different props around. We'll just go ahead and open this. If you parlay 2 of them, that's 2.5x you're buying. You parlay 3, that's 5x. You parlay 4, 8.5x. And what happens is if you end up getting 50% or more correct, but you don't get all of them correct, you get some nice little Vivid Picks bucks back, and you can use those on ballsier picks. I'm joined today by Dan Gaspar, Mr. Tuttle 05, I believe. Is that his screen name? I think I got the number right. Did I get the number right?
You got the number right, yeah.
All right. I'm guessing that's the year you graduated high school.
No, favorite number is 5.
Oh,
pretty close though. 06. 06 is the year.
Well, mine is the year I graduated high school, and I know we're similar ages. So I'm like, man, is he 2 years older than me? No, how you doing there, Tuttle?
I'm doing all right. We were talking pre-show. I mentioned I wish I had some college football intakes that I could give out during the show. For college football's back. It's fun. I think, I don't know if this is the same as you, but the games or sports I don't tout for a living, I've grown to like more than the ones that I tout now. It's more enjoyable for some reason. So college football sits firmly in that for me. I'm inexperienced with it. We have a great product at RotoGrinders that I like to follow, and it's more enjoyable for me to make lineups for college football than most other sports these days.
Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of the other bigger markets are just completely oversaturated, so it kind of makes sense. I don't bother with college sports, not because I wouldn't be good at it, because I just don't have time. And it's
a grind. Checking out those, third on the depth chart running backs type of thing. It's a bit of a grind, but I think it's enjoyable for sure.
Yeah, that makes sense. But we got to give the people some picks. Let's just go ahead and go right into it. And I'm going to start off with the Braves and Marlins game. It may not seem like one where you really want to do too much in it, but you look at this, and I mean, the first thing I see that stands out is Alcantara over 100.5 pitches. Now, he's only going to do that if he's kind of cruising, so we can correlate pretty nicely with that. So I'm thinking over 100.5 pitches for Alcantara. He consistently does it. I think he still leads the league in pitches per outing. If we do that, then we kind of hit the unders on a lot of things. Acuna to get 0.5 runs, that's just a silly line to me to be pretty much getting even money on. I'm trying to find it right here. I think it's sitting at minus 140 on the under, minus 150 on the under. Riley under 0.5 singles is sitting at minus 130. And then Swanson, if you want to go there, you can. That's fine. But on the other side, we have just to get a hit. Literally just to get a hit, a whole bunch of different guys. And I mean, granted, a lot of Miami players aren't great.
Bad hitters.
Yeah, Morton is a good pitcher, but Bleday is not a bad hitter. He's actually pretty solid. He's been decent in the minors. He's been decent in the majors. Most betting sites, you can find him at minus 130 on the over. So I don't mind throwing him in there. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. I think this is interesting. Usually, again, both of our backgrounds is DFS. I know you're an avid sports bettor these days. I feel like the initial take on this game would be, flock to the Morton side. Again, because that's kind of where the DFS chalk's going to be today. But yeah, I mean, I like both sides of this in terms of pitching. I think Bleday is fine as a hitter option as well. I also want to comment that I am appreciative that Vivid Picks has added pitch counts now. That has not always been the case. So they're doing what they can to give you more offerings. So I think that's cool. And looking at RG projections, they're in line with you in terms of the Alcantara over on pitches. Not a huge edge, but we have them projected for 103 pitches. And conversely, interestingly enough, we have Morton projected for 96 pitches. His line's at 96.5. So they're right on that, no edge at all right there. But yeah, I agree with the Alcantara side here. Again, makes sense to correlate it with some of the unders as well from the opposing team.
Yeah. And then there's another game that I was looking at. It's the Mariners against the Guardians here. I already bet Castillo under 5.5 strikeouts in actual gambling sites because I don't have access to a lot of these player parlay sites. And Castillo, his line sitting at minus 128 is the best line for under 5.5 strikeouts. Most places it's sitting around minus 140, minus 150, minus 160. I think I've seen it in some spots. So pretty much all betting sites and all gamblers are all over the under. Minus 158 over at Caesars. PointsBet's already dropped it down to 4.5. Minus 165 over at MGM. Minus 150 over at DraftKings. Well, he's a good pitcher. Cleveland does not strike out. They do not strike out. So we have that, and then not full on correlating here. But there are some bad lines here. I mean, Winker to get under 0.5 runs or under 1.5 walks plus hits. I think that line's just too high. I mean, it's tough to get 1.5 walks plus hits. Generally, that line's sitting at minus 160, minus 170 on the under. I think hitting the under on that is pretty solid here. And then we're looking at these other ones. Do you have any interest in any of these? Gonzalez, under 0.5 singles. Gonzalez, again, tough matchup going up against, Castillo. But that's not a big number. And then Richie, I can never pronounce this guy's name if he's in the lineup. Richie Palacios, I don't know.
Palacios.
Yeah. I'm not gonna to get under 0.5 hits. He's not a great hitter, but still, if we're betting the under on Castillo strikeouts, he currently is sitting at minus 145 on the over to get a hit. I think that's a solid line.
Yeah, that's a solid line. So again, this goes back to Vivid starting to offer a little bit more in terms of selection. This is one of the first times I've seen them offer singles specifically. So I do think that's interesting from that angle. Where, we're not just looking at all hits in general in terms of the Oscar Gonzalez line. So I do like the under Oscar Gonzalez 0.5 singles as well.
Yeah. So we'll take those. So under, over, one over, and it's not correlating, but just such good odds on him to get a hit. I mean, it's not tough to get a hit in the majors. If you're a major league batter not named Chris Davis circa 2019, then it's pretty easy to get a hit. But yeah, brutal. That's a nice little 8.5 payout there. Anything else you want to look at, or should we get on out of here?
I think we're good.
All right, guys. Good luck. Again, remember, if you're going to sign up, download the app, use promo code Grinders, get that deposit bonus. It's free money, 100% up to $200. Best way to make money in DFS, sports betting, everything is by getting deposit bonuses and using them to your full advantage. So go get that free money, put in these picks, win some money. We're out of here. Thank you.